Alright, so welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to react to this video from Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. He's been posting a lot of videos like this, and is the title is kind of long and annoying, but I'm gonna put the whole shit in my shit and just put reaction at the end. You feel me? It's called "She Said I Have a Reputation for Cheating, comma, but it doesn't matter because I'm in my prime," and then he put a clown face at the end. Um, it got 3.5K likes already, 33 dislikes. This dropped yesterday, January 25th. Today is January 26th that I'm recording this. And he has 106K subscribers. He has a lot of subscribers. He knows what he's doing. He has a whole Patreon, like a membership, like all of that. He has I believe he has like consulting, and he has a whole bunch of shit. If you like his videos, go check him out. Or if you've never seen his videos before, go check him out. And without further ado, I'm gonna get straight into this and to let you know what I think. This might be kind of a long video, so if you don't have the attention span, then you know, if you choose to watch just a small portion, I don't blame you.
What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with one more.
He has an interesting intro. I don't like or hate it. It's kind of cringy, like just a little bit, but that's what it is.
Video. All right, guys. Got a reaction for you guys here today. Shout out to my Instagram again. You guys been coming through on the IG. I appreciate you. Why women cheat? This content comes from YouTube creators Jasmine and Jasmine off of the Jasmine and Jasmine show. Very small channel. I don't think they have 2,000 subscribers yet. Nevertheless, I want to hear what they have to say. All right? Let us know.
All right.
All right? Because I think when women cheat, it's a lot different than when men cheat. When a woman cheats, it's more emotionally based. Most of the time, there's a lot of them out there that are, in fact, just savages and are not much different than a dude from a sexual perspective. But then when men do it, it's just,
All right, there we go.
So no emotions involved. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not true. I mean, both sides can do it either way, so it is what it is.
I feel like I'm gonna get demonetized in this video. Anyway,
we just have the assumption that with guys, more than likely not, there's no emotions involved. It's less, I guess, some people would say it's less likely for a female to do it and not have emotions involved. But it is what it is. I feel like a female can do it and not have emotions involved too. Those are the savages, the real savages. But men, people say it's more likely that they won't. I don't know which side I really agree with. I would personally, I would probably say men, less emotions involved when they do it most of the time, and females, it depends. But most of the time, they're more likely to be emotionally invested when they do cheat, because it's probably gonna be with like someone who they laughing at all of their jokes, is like a best friend or something like that. You feel me? Or they just met the guy, but they really, really like them, or they like how they talk to them, or something like that. It has to be one of those. Whereas a guy might just see a girl and think she got a fat ass. You feel me? And it's just, yeah.
Without further ado.
Yes, thank you. So on this segment, we're going to be talking about a deep conversation that can be a big debate. And it's basically about
cheating.
Yes.
Shout out to all my cheaters.
Oh, no. So basically,
What?
we just want to talk about the difference between a man cheating as opposed to
a woman cheating.
Exactly.
The double standard.
Right, because a lot of y'all men getting off
the volume on their side is kind of low, so forgive me for that.
Feelings when a woman cheat, because y'all say it's more emotional than the physical, because y'all men
Facts.
feel
Most
like
of the time.
oh, it's a physical thing.
Men are emotional cheaters
too. Y'all are a sense.
Yeah, we can be. I mean, but anyone could do either. Like I said, either side. It could go either way.
Yeah, but we're not the same.
I know some of y'all.
Listen, enough with the macho.
So he just went straight way. Yeah, but we're not the same. Like, he just completely disregarded it.
Okay, some of y'all cheat too because you feel your ego is crushed at home or whatever you have it. Like y'all paint it out to be like women cheat specifically for emotional reasons, like, oh, he hurt my heart, so let me go cheat, or he doesn't look at me the same, let me go cheat.
That-
No, sometimes we just want some new dick too.
Oh,
Okay, y'all don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, she's probably one of them savages I was talking about before. So that's what I think. Just off of her saying that, it's very obvious she's one of those savages. She could be in a relationship and she's just, oh, he probably got a good dick and just probably hop on it, you feel me? But you know, it all depends. Every person is different, so but you do have savages like that and like what I just told you about. Let's see if she's really one of them. But my son, um, these people are old. Like they look older than me. They look a lot older than me. I already know my son mediocre tutorials and reviews. Yes, I'll point directly in the camera, son. Um, he's like 35, and them two females probably in their late 20s, 30s. I'm only 23, but what they saying, it almost like maybe I'm just not old enough yet, but it sound like they too old to even be talking about this, to be honest with you. Like this is something they should already like have already had done conversations about, like when they was in their 20s. Like this, they already lived all of this, you feel me? Like y'all old.
But
Right, cause
they're gonna get real. I think we're gonna uncover some truths here today. Yeah, you know, not all. There's some people that do any goddamn thing. You right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do some dudes emotionally cheat? Yeah, I guess so. The majority, most likely not. The majority of emotional cheaters are y'all emotional creatures. Will cheat to get back at
Yo, he said emotional creatures. Creatures.
or will cheat because someone else is appearing to be more suitable than the dude who has been with you, working hard, good guy, all this other emotional shit that they really don't make logical sense. Yeah, most of the time. Well, let's get back in the action.
I feel like
Yes, on
like
this.
men's perception of women is that we're this innocent cat.
I think it's because most men
Yeah.
view women as
No, no. That's like 15, 16, 17, 18, first relationship. No, no one's thinking like this. Past the age of 20, unless you haven't been in a relationship or you haven't experienced like a friend in a relationship or you just never seen a relationship. But the only time people have this mindset that she's talking about is when we're mad young and we've been watching Disney movies and all of them, fantasies. Like everyone grows up on like Disney Channel, like thinking about the perfect relationship. Like, oh, I'm gonna spoil her. I'm gonna find the one, and she gonna be the only one. But once you've been in your first relationship and you possibly got your heart broken, like no one thinks like that. No one thinks, oh, females are just nice, sweet thing. Like no, nah. No one's thinking like that. Trust me. Unless you haven't been in a relationship or you're just ignorant bro, no one thinks like that. Trust me.
Like men's perception of women is that we're this innocent cat.
I think it's because most men
Yeah.
view women as the
Used to
first
be.
woman they knew, which is their mother. So most men put their mother on a
Some they do say some men look for their mom when they look for a potential mate, but I don't think any man views the female that they're going after as their mother. That's just weird, first of all. But maybe some people do, and
pedestal. Your mother could be a crackhead. You're putting her on a pedestal.
no, you're not.
So it's like
Yeah.
men think that women are like these like fairy tale creatures, and that
At
we do things
16,
based on,
14,
like, the right,
15,
like, whatever's
nah.
considered traditional or right.
Right.
But we're humans,
Yeah,
and
we don't think that no more.
urges too, whether they're sexual, whether they're hormonal.
We don't think that no more, nigga. You're 35. You're 35, son. once you get past like 20, if you still think like that, you're bugging. 21, 22, 23, if you still think like that, you're bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging. Unless you haven't been in a relationship. Then maybe you're not bugging because you still probably believe in that fairy tale nonsense. Which, don't get me wrong, some people do actually live that fairy tale nonsense. Trust me, it does happen. But for the most part, most people done got scarred, done got hurt, feel me? Been through all that shit. So they don't view women like this. They just view them as regular people. You feel me? You just the same as me. You eat, sleep, and shit. So you feel me? You same as every other female I done seen. So we group y'all in the same category. You feel me?
We're owed the same respect as men. It's just that
Like when you go to certain people, I'd be like, what makes you really special? Like, are you special, or are you just same as every other person in this world that I've met in my entire life? Like you really gotta show me you special for me to like even consider talking to you for real. Like, I don't know. That's just how it is.
men can't handle that.
What?
A man can't handle that you went and got some dick because you just wanted some new dick. A man has to, oh no, you had to be hurt by me to go do it. That always has to.
If you want some new dick, then why are you even in a relationship? If that's your mindset, you shouldn't even be in no damn relationship. You feel me? That don't even make no sense. You shouldn't be in a relationship if that's your mindset. Niggas will happily pump and dump you and tell you go fuck with the next nigga, you know. You could get gang banged by the whole squad, you feel me? Like, if that's your mindset, then just put that in the forefront, you know, make it known. And he not even gonna try and wife you up at that point. You just gonna call you up when he need you, and you call him up when he needs you, friend with benefit type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure most guys would be there's a decent amount of guys who probably be fine with that. So
Involve them.
Yeah.
But I feel like stop. Both sexes cheat for the same reasons. Men, I've seen y'all go cheat, like I said, because you're boo-hooing at home. It's not always about some fresh pussy.
Right, because you as a man, they feel like, oh, I'm gonna cheat because maybe shit might be good at home, and shit might be bad at home. But I feel like a man cheats because they're just not strong in the flesh. And the Bible says the flesh is weak. I'm not gonna get there, but I mean, or you just probably wasn't ready to commit. I feel like,
Or you could just
My position is that dudes more often cheat just for purely physical reasons, or just want to get with women for purely physical reasons. Don't want no emotional attachment component. In something, whether or not they're cheating or just involving themselves with a new friend or woman that they have met, we could do that more often than not. What it sounds like is this lady right here is saying that women can do that too, and at the same frequency. That's what she's saying. Ladies, down in the comment section down below, do y'all agree or disagree? Second thing is,
today's age, yeah, my generation, yeah, they can for real. They can be dirty, grimy. They could, yeah. You don't even know, son. You don't even know. Shit is, wow, they could do it just the same, son. They could do even worse than guys. Trust me.
and I actually appreciate that she touched on this, and she was saying that guys just think of women as, these delicate wallflowers that are perfect and have reasons for everything. I guess what she was trying to say.
Not have,
because we compare them to the first woman.
We must have went to different high schools. We must have went to different colleges. Feel me? Like, no one thinks that, son. No, trust me. No one thinks that, especially after you've been hurt that one time. It's over for that ideology. You don't think that ever again. Trust me.
That we love, which is our mother, and then she made a weird comment about, even if she's a crackhead, you're gonna put her up on a pedestal. No. Yeah, it's your mama. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Put your mama up on a pedestal. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't be a mama's boy, but but then to say that, yes, that's your first connection, and you were going to take the reverence that you have for your mama and then place that reverence on a girl. She's saying that is incorrect. All of us all in the space know that is incorrect. But I thought it was interesting that she called that out.
Just be committed too long, and you need something new.
Right? That could be it. Or somebody's.
I feel like I'm speaking from someone who's.
There's people
I've
like
been
that.
a cheater, and I've been cheated on.
I feel like I've been on both sides of the fence, but I don't think I have a reputation of cheating. If I were to pop out there and talk about why I did, it's because it was off some get back. Okay. And I didn't want to do it, but it took for me to do it to make him stop doing what he was doing. Okay. And it was just at the point where, like, because a man was like, back. "Oh yeah,
yo, she's absolutely bugging, son." But I mean, she got the ring on her finger, so I guess it worked. So she did it to get him to stop doing it, and it worked. I mean, you know, whatever. You know, if it works, it works. But that's weird. That's very weird. That's you hurt someone just to get them to stop doing it to you. That's you're a weirdo.
You know, she's gonna come back anyway. She gonna come back.
Should have just broke up.
Anyway, and she ain't gonna do nothing about it. So I did something about it, and that hurt his heart to the point where it still hurts.
It's still. Wait, hold up. There's a ring on her finger. So if it still hurts, it's to the dude you married? It's to the dude you married? I guess. You know, so what I just heard, is, which, I'm so confused at this point because the hypothesis that they started out with is that men and women cheat for the same reasons and at the same frequency and it's equal and all this. And then she comes out with, I emotionally cheated, which goes against the original hypothesis, right? And I know it's an anecdotal example, but for the one example that you pull out when you cheated on your boyfriend who you eventually married is what I'm picking up from this.
Son, this proves to me that, once you hit adult age, once you get out of college, people do not grow, People do not grow. People do not progress anymore. Once you hit 23, 24, 25, you're done for that. That's the end of your growth, son. You just stay who you are for the most part. You don't really grow that much because these people sound like they're my age, but they're obviously in their late 20s, if not 30s. I know MTR is 30, but shit is really wild. It just don't make sense to me. But
for an emotional reason, because he was stepping out, so then you stepped out in order to get back at him. I mean, it sounds like the foundations of a toxic relationship, but she's still got a ring on her finger. So what do I know? Let's go back in.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
That. So everybody's, it's different. Everyone's characteristics are different. Yeah. So that whole she, was more emotional. She probably really liked this nigga.
I'm gonna have to say that's an emotional cheat though.
Yeah. What?
I've cheated in some times where, I have a reputation for cheating.
She's a scumbag.
She's a daughter.
Well, okay, so we being real, but why? Is it because you're just not ready to commit?
There's multiple reasons. There's been times where I've cheated because I felt like I know this isn't my final stop, so enough of the playing house. Yeah.
She's a carousel rider.
Son.
She's a
cringe, son. Cringe. What is he doing, son? Son, he really be making me cringe sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you. But it's for the YouTube. This is what they do for the YouTube. He's doing it for the YouTube.
Roller coaster rider. What did she say? She said, I knew this wasn't my final stop. Now listen.
Because she's a daughter bopper, Tatiana. She be hopping from carousel rider. She be, yo, I don't know, son. But you could see it in her face, low key. If you look deep enough into her eyes, just look into her eyes and look at her face. She kind of got this masculineness about her. No, I'm being disrespectful, but no, she has something about her that's just interesting. She kind of if I saw her, I would probably assume that she's free. She's free. You feel me? She be, but she said it herself. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would. I might just be saying that because I heard her say it herself. But she has an interesting look to her face that just makes me think, like, yeah, she like that for real. She's not telling no lies.
Stop the girl on the right, and what did she say? That wasn't an emotional cheat, even though she laid out exactly what an emotional cheating was, and then she brought it on to herself. It sounds like now she's going to go down into the laundry list of reasons why she has cheated. Gentlemen, take note. I don't care what they look like. They all have the opportunity for this. Okay? I don't care. One of the biggest lessons that I learned about women, irrespective of what they look like, doesn't.
Bro, go stop this video and go listen to Future. Don't get too comfortable. Just listen to that on repeat, son.
Determine how they treat their innards. It blew my mind when I figured it out. I was like, really? I thought that the prettier that they are, the more that they love themselves, and it just
no. You better have thought that when you was like 20, bro, or 18. Hopefully younger. You better have thought that at 18 or 20. Because I'm 23 and if you was thinking that into your 30s, you're bugging. But maybe over here in New York, we just progress a little bit. But aren't you from New York? I think he's from New York, so I can't even say that. No, son, shit is, yeah, no. You shouldn't be.
I thought that the prettier that they are, the more that they love themselves. And
No. The prettier they are, the more likely that they're hopping from stick to stick. More likely. You might run into one that's actually not, and she's mad pretty, but chances are, if she look good, she getting tossed around like a merry-go. I mean, she getting tossed around. But she getting tossed around by a certain group of guys, probably like the basketball team, you feel me? Or the football team, you feel me? Or a certain special club or a certain select few guys that she's really close with, a guy that introduced her to this guy and this guy and this guy, guys that are popular in a certain group, frat, or something like that. She might be getting passed around in a certain specific group. So
it blew my mind. It didn't get it up to that point. It was one of those aha moments in my late teens. But let's keep going.
Teens. Like I said.
Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah, there's been times I've cheated because I was over it. There's been times I've cheated because I've been more attracted to something.
Yeah.
Not saying that it was better for me than what I had at home, but I had to see what that was like. That type of cheat.
Wow.
So she's saying it wasn't better than what she had at home. So she already knew off rip that what she was getting with wasn't better than what she already had. But she was like, oh, I just want to test it out anyway. That's so weird. That's a mindset that guys have most of the time. So interesting.
Well, because
yeah, she's not an emotional cheater. She's just a low integrity person. I mean, it just sounds like
yeah. You shouldn't be in a relationship at that point.
And I'm sorry, I love you, baby, and all that shit.
And then go bounce on the stick.
I want to fuck him. Jesus Christ. And she just, but I wonder like where this all comes from, where, because there used to be a time and a place in our history where this was like shunned for women to be talking about like this. But obviously now, the culture that we have now today, where it's popularized of you licking, sticking, flicking, and tripping up into whatever it is that you're doing, it's much more of a commonplace to kind of talk about these things and be comfortable in the ways that you talk about it. This is also YouTube, so you are incentivized by telling the truth and or salacious stories.
Facts. That's what YouTube is for.
I feel like when you commit yourself so young at an age where you're still in your prime, I just want to say, I just want to throw prime out there because shit, you could be 40 and still in your prime.
Facts.
No.
You know what? I feel like
Bugging. She's bugging. No one's in their prime at 40. Not even guys. Come on now, you're absolutely bugging. 40, and you could still be in your prime. No, your prime is between the ages of 20s up to early 30s. That's your prime. You're losing your prime once you get into the 30s, because those are the moments in your life where you have the most like strength. You like your body is the most built. Like early 20s to late 30s. 25, 26 is around your prime. 24, 25, 26. After that is probably going downhill unless you really take care of yourself. So, but 40s, no, hell no. 40s is not your prime at all. No one's in their primes in their 40s. You could still look good you could still look really good in your 40s, but you can't say in your prime. Your shit is starting to deteriorate once you hit your 40s. Trust me.
No. No.
Yeah, she's
No.
bugging. She's bugging. Absolutely
And
bugging.
it's the same thing sometimes. Like, you feel like you're giving everything to somebody, and you know this ain't the final stop. So it's like you can't help but to
40
live
is your prime.
your
Shut up.
natural life despite somebody else's feelings. And I don't like to hurt anyone's feelings. Like, if I have cheated, it's been very discreet. But then there's been times where I am emotionally cheating, and I want you to find out. You're gonna find out.
Damn, how many
Yeah.
times did she cheat?
Off some get back.
Like,
Yeah,
I
like-
could say probably one time I cheated for get back.
Yeah,
That was my only emotional cheat. Any other cheat has just been like, I'm not satisfied anymore. And it's not even just the dick; it's everything. You're irritating me.
Yeah.
There's things that you're doing that
So then
I
you're just not
can't live with.
Just get out the relationship. End the relationship.
Facts.
This is why dudes become dogs. This.
That's also kind of facts what he's saying, because like this is the type of person that's gonna stay with you and continuously cheat on you because she feels some type of way, or she doesn't like you anymore, but she's still gonna stay with you for whatever reason. Yes, she's gonna cheat on you multiple times. That's first of all, that's disrespectful. And it's like, why are you doing that? You at that point, you're not a good person. Like you're just, yeah. At that point, you're just disrespectful. Like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just leave the relationship. And I'm not even talking about no like emotional cheating or none of that. All of that is disrespectful. But like once you start doing the physical shit, please just break up with the person, because that's really gonna that's what like you're gonna scar the person after that, or they're gonna want to get back or whatever. Or like, don't do that.
Shit. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. You.
Toxic.
That's the reason why. Can you imagine? You're in a relationship. Everything's going okay. And then she goes and she hops on another pogo stick, another eggplant. A lot of dudes, it crushes us. It crushes us. And then we make YouTube channels, and then in the comments we see who hurt you. She did.
It sounds like he's explaining his story right now. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he explaining his story or something.
She did. Okay. One more. I don't know how much more I can take of this. It's not even halfway done.
Right. Then I feel just like that whole, you just didn't want to be content in that situation, and you were just like on to the next. It's
Well,
like,
I wanted to be content. I was no longer content.
do you feel like people cheat because they don't want to be upfront about the situation? Like, hey, I just don't want to deal with you. Or do you cheat because you still want to deal with that person and still eat your,
I mean,
like,
I've had
your
one
cake
foot,
and get it too?
I've had one foot in, one foot out.
Okay, that's good to know.
But it's like, that cake is 3 layers. This cake's only 2.
Oh no, it's not fair.
Not fair. I want the 3-layer cake. Hey, but wait, but not permanently, because I'm not a greedy bitch. So I'll take
I
the
ain't trying to
2-layer
get fat
cake
now.
home. But I got to see. I want it all. I want the 3-layer cake too. However, I don't want to bring the 3-layer. I don't want leftovers. Okay, I
Right,
like
right.
my nice little 2-layer cake at home.
Do you feel
You
like
want it all.
Well,
She
let me
wanted
end it
all.
right there. Well, listen, my lady, right up above me, the one who's over here is married. So she's good. Yeah, regardless of whatever happened is that she was emotionally cheated, she's good. You up here, you don't want leftovers. If you keep going on this rate, you will be leftovers. Okay? You will be. All right?
Facts. She probably
you will
will.
be. I would suggest stop telling everybody how you were a cheater, okay? Because judging, she's a pretty young girl. If I was to guess, I would say she's probably about 25-ish, 26-ish, or something like that. Maybe 27. 27. I'll go with 27. So you're right there. You're at the cusp of is this thing on? You're right there. And
Time is ticking. Time waits for no
some
one.
of these behaviors. You keep letting men know what type of low integrity person that you have been in relationships before. You will be a leftover. You will be left behind to tend to your farm of puppies.
I'm gonna stop this right here, but yeah, no, she's I mean, what he's saying is not necessarily true. She's very attractive, so she probably will find someone regardless. It doesn't matter what she does. She probably has someone who's ready to propose or whatever, or someone who is like a backup plan just in case. She probably has a few guys that would probably get with her regardless. If she wasn't already pretty, that would probably be the case, maybe, but I don't think so. So that's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. This mad long, trust me. I know it's 31 minutes, but like, I'm gonna still put this up and see. So